Hello and welcome to Dishing Delights. My name is Jenica and today I'm going to share with you a little pantry tour and 3 simple shelf-stable meals. Alright, look at how I got sunburnt so bad because I went to the lake and I didn't put on sunscreen. I know. But I'm peeling like crazy now. We're just gonna deal with it. So I was just editing some footage of me going through my kitchen pantry, like what I have stocked in my kitchen food-wise. And I figured I should probably explain a little bit better. I have about 4 to 6 months of food in my kitchen pantry at all times. I know that seems excessive, especially since there's only my husband and I here, but I'll give you some reasons that I have always stocked. I used to stock probably 2 to 3 months worth, but why I started stocking a lot more. So my husband has always had a job that can be seasonal, just depending on how harsh the winters are. We live in the Midwest, so we do get some pretty decent winters sometimes. And my husband works construction, so we always have a few months where he might only work like a week or 2. And sometimes he doesn't work at all in the winter. We've also had medical emergencies where my husband has been out of work for a couple months. We have also had other financial struggles. I mean, let's be real. I don't know anyone that hasn't went through a time where they're like, oh no, how are we gonna get this bill paid? So when I started having a job that had a little bit more income for me to like just buy things here or there, I started stocking up on a lot of like pantry staples, like canned vegetables, pasta, like things that you can just add $5 or $10 to a cart and just make it add up. And in October of 2019, I got laid off. I think it was about 4 to 6 weeks, and then I went back to work. And then in February, I found out I was gonna get laid off again in March. And this was right before the virus happened and all that. So I just started stockpiling my pantry. At that moment, I just got laid off twice within 5 months. And I was like, what am I gonna do if I do not get called back to work? So I decided then that I would bump my pantry up to at least 6 months. So that's kind of where I'm gonna start. My pantry is not healthy stuff. This food is meant to have fresh fruits, vegetables, really great quality meats added to it. But unfortunately, I know that that's not always possible. I know that sometimes you don't have that extra $25 to spend on meat this week. Sometimes your car breaks down and you can't afford to go get groceries for the next 2 weeks. So because I took a lot of the experiences that I've had and the knowledge that I have of what I need to make meals that my husband and I are going to enjoy, and I just built my pantry around that. And there are a lot of things in here that like I do not eat. Like we have lots of Vienna sausages and Spam. I'm never gonna eat that, but my husband's also never gonna go through 30 cans of refried beans, and I will. So it's very diversified, and I know it might seem like a lot, because it is a lot, but this is like my safety net. And I look at my pantry all the time and I'm like, this is the kitchen that I want to live in. So keep that in mind when I'm sharing these shelf-stable pantry videos. I'm gonna try to share these every now and then because this is how a lot of people cook. I know a lot of people can their own vegetables. I'm not there in my journey yet. I would love to one day have a garden and can all of this stuff on my own. I know that there's a lot of sodium added to all of this stuff. I know all of that, but this is just food insurance for me. I'm not like a prepper, although my husband would like to tell you that I am. This just gives me a peace of mind. With that being said, I'm gonna get back into the video. Oh, also, I wanna add in that I do not keep 6 months worth of like chips and snacks and stuff like that. I would love to have 6 months worth of snacks, but like honestly, if I kept 6 months worth of chips on hand, they would be eaten in 6 weeks. I know myself. So you won't see anything like that. I do have some longer term food storage. I do have some like rice and dried beans, but that's like a whole other video. Anyways, so that being said, let's get into the video. So when I said pantry earlier, I was including like the cabinets and all of that, but this is like a 2 foot by 2 foot space that I did turn into a pantry. It used to be a utility closet, and this just has like the basics that I need on a daily basis. And then I also have like pasta on this side of the closet because it's a little hard to get to. And then right here I have a lot of my baking supplies and my husband's spicy ramen, because he will only look in the first cupboard and then give up and ask me where it's at. So as you can see, I have some extra like Ritz crackers and oatmeal. And then in this cabinet, I have all my extra spices and oils and condiments. I try to keep 1 or 2 extras of everything that I need. And then right here I have a lot of my dry stuff and like extra peanut butter since baking season's coming up. I have my masa and an extra all-purpose flour, some more Ritz crackers, and then right here I have a lot of my canned meats. I have a couple soups that I bought for a camping trip and a couple things of sugar. And then right here is a lot of my excess vegetables, my tomato products, lots of tomato products, pickles, peppers, and some like all-in-one meals like ravioli and SpaghettiOs and stuff like that my husband might want for a snack. And then right now I'm going to start on my shelf-stable meals. The first thing I'm going to make is chicken pot pie soup. For this chicken pot pie soup, I'm going to take my can of cream of celery, my can of chunk chicken breast, my vegetable medley, and then my 2 cups of broth. I used chicken bouillon. Just use whatever you have on hand. And then just mix it up. And then I'm gonna bring this up to like a simmer. This soup is absolutely delicious. You can serve this alongside anything that you have on hand, bread and butter or some garlic bread. I just served it just like it is. The next meal I'm going to share with you is just a simple spaghetti. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a tablespoon of olive oil. And then I'm going to take this Italian seasoning and I'm going to add it to the oil. I'm just going to kind of squish this up as I add it in. And then I'm going to immediately add in my pasta sauce. Don't have it that hot. And then once that sauce is in, I'm going to add in my can of mushrooms. And then I'm gonna let that come up to a simmer. I'm gonna add in 1 pound of pasta. Do not break the pasta. Just slowly let it in. Now I'm just gonna let this simmer for the 10 minutes that the pasta is cooking. Now that the sauce is done, I'm gonna take it off the heat and the pasta is already done. All right, I'm gonna take this pasta and I'm gonna plate it up. Then I'm gonna take the sauce. And that is what's for dinner. Now if you keep Parmesan cheese on hand, feel free to add that. Delicious. That is so good. This next meal is good old beef and noodles. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our can of roast beef into a Dutch oven that's on medium heat. And then to that I'm gonna add my can of sliced carrots that's not drained. And then 2 small cans or 1 large can of mushrooms. I'm adding 2 small cans. Then I'm also adding 2 cups of beef broth, and I'm gonna bring that to a boil. I'm gonna turn the heat up to a medium high. It's about ready. All right, this would be about half a bag of those egg noodles. And we're just gonna let these noodles cook until it's ready. Now if you want this a little bit thicker, you can take a cornstarch slurry and you can add it to this and it'll thicken right up and make it like a gravy. But if you eat it like this and you have leftovers, the noodles will soak in all that extra juice anyways. Look at that. Thank you so much for coming along as I shared with you what's in my pantry and a few shelf-stable meals. If you would like more videos like this, please like and comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed. Stick around for more videos like this and let me know any other content that you would like me to bring to you. Thanks for watching.